To say the indie horror game genre has become bloated would be an understatement. There's so many different stupid mascots from these games you could probably make a Smash Bros. Ripoff out of all of them. They all boil down to the same thing, too. Seemingly innocent character or thing, but actually evil and scary? What? Groundbreaking stuff. Remember when horror was about subverting your expectations and messing with your mind? Those days are long behind us. Nowadays, just like everything else, it's all about the money. We've got to have money. Shirts, books, plushes, TV shows, NFTs, anything for the money. Make a game in MS Paint becomes an internet sensation. Make a game with Unity in 5 seconds. How is this working? That's not to say all indie horror games are bad. Iron Lung was a really good game. It was short and stylized and got you really immersed, really attentive to every little sound. And those pictures, man, so much build up to the image being printed onto the screen, and it was usually nothing. Until it wasn't nothing. Of course, because of the way horror games are today, the ending was a cheap jump scare that kinda looked ridiculous and felt pretty forced, but that just goes to show the influence this garbage has had on horror games in our society. I've also heard Inscription is really good, but I haven't actually played it myself yet, so if anyone can vouch for it or knows about any other actually good indie horror games, you know, let me know in the comments. But my point is that these games are not the ones that ever get all the attention. Sure, the big YouTubers will play them, but they never get the same amount of traction or views that Baldi's Basics does. And that's a shame, because these games are actually trying new stuff, changing up the formula and putting you into new weird experiences you've never seen before. These big popular indie horror games are all the same, and it shows. Walk around collecting items or doing stupid puzzles for an hour until you walk into an obvious trigger room, where a scripted chase scene starts, with intense music and lots of loud sounds.
Dude, they figured out how to make horror games scary. If you just add like 500 footstep sound effects, it has to be scary.
Which if you fail at any point, you have to start over. Even when what you're supposed to do isn't immediately obvious, so it's just like, what's the point of this? I know it's coming, so it's not surprising.
It wouldn't throw another jump scare at me, would it? After all that, would it really throw another... Oh, look at that.
And I have to keep replaying it even when what I'm doing isn't fun.
Run, 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 run. Run, boy. Wait, did I die? Was I not supposed to go down that way? What do you mean? Dude, I was in a rush. I didn't have time to look around. And then what do I do? What do I do?
Yeah, I don't like this game very much. I've already ranted about the studio behind it in a previous video quite enough already, so I'm not going to do that again. But just know I really don't support any of the stuff they do. So, what does the future hold for indie horror video games? Well, there's like a Muppets horror game coming out soon, so that's probably going to be terrible. Backrooms, Skinwalker, Gary's Mod, Saul Goodman, Nextbot. Yeah, the future of horror games looks pretty bright. Let's not leave this video on a sour note. Let me hit you with some horror game bangers before we leave that you should go check out. I already said it, but go check out Iron Lung, baby. It's a short game. It's pretty cheap if you want a cool experience unlike anything you've ever seen before. You should check it out. It's a bit of a slow burn, but it's pretty cool. Undertale, for the 2 people that haven't played it, actually has some spoilers, some pretty crazy fourth wall breaking stuff, some pretty good horror elements in that game that'll probably surprise you if you haven't seen it yet somehow. Gotta play Eternal Darkness, gotta play Vampire Lady game, you gotta play Bean Battles. I guess this is in the horror tags on Steam. That's a good one.